Welcome to another episode of Knots and Bolts and Top of the Cop with Ara. This is Sunday Knots Talk. Ara, good evening.
Good evening, Mark. How are you doing?
How are you? So, how Knots fans feeling today after the heroic performance with 10 men at Bristol last night? Bristol Rovers, should I say?
Bristol City.
Bristol City. I said Bristol Rovers. I said Bristol, but yeah, Bristol Rovers. The limbs in the away end when Matty Dennis deflected shot at the back of the net are amazing. That is what you. That is what you live for, being a football fan.
And to be a part of it as well was extra special.
Yeah, you know what? I really, really regret not going to the game. You know, when you like that's like them once in a lifetime experiences sometimes, aren't they? You know what I mean?
Well, I've been to two because Barnet was in the exact same, wasn't it? So,
Yeah. But that was
apart
extra
from
special, I think, because obviously I think some of the Notts players felt a bit aggrieved.
Yeah.
With the sending off. It definitely a sending off. But
It is,
as in the other sending off we had last season with Jata, there was a foul leading up to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if the referee blew.
Which was the exact same thing.
Yeah, if the referee blew up, that was 100% a free kick. And if he blew up, then that wouldn't have happened. So the referee created a lot of problems in that game as well.
I mean, I'm hoping the referee don't actually blow up because that wouldn't be nice. But
you know what I mean, Aaron. You know what I mean. But if you think of it, how many Notts are picking up a lot of yellow cards in games?
Yeah.
And it makes us look like we're a dirty, more physical team, but that ain't the case. Against Colchester, we ended up with more yellow cards, if I remember right. Yesterday we ended up with, I think it was like
five or six,
five and a red. And throughout the figure, you're thinking, how are Notts getting all these? You're watching the game, even when you're at the game. How come the Notts players are getting carded, but like the opposition aren't getting carded? Do you know what I mean? And it just, there's like a big, I think we had this conversation before, didn't we? Where I says, there's like a big disbalance between the amount of cards on one side to the other.
The other side, yeah.
So, describe that moment when Matty Dennis hit that ball.
Oh.
And it looped over the goalkeeper into the back of the net.
I mean, for one, I thought, it hit a deflection, where's this going? And then when it hit that back of the net, the limbs around the shot, everywhere, it was just mental. And then to hold out until the end, because I know Rovers had some extra chances that, they could have still won it at the end, but we just held it on and got I would say massive 3 points to push on and go forward.
I thought they could still get something out of the game, couldn't they? They could have still drawn the game.
Yeah, they could have, yeah.
Maybe possibly gone on to win, but I think they could have drawn that game. But the dogged determination of the Notts players playing with 10 men for a good hour, you know what I mean, with 10 men.
And I think obviously bringing on Matty Dennis was another. I think he was. Because I think Patterson said this in his interview where he can drive the ball forward and create those opportunities, which obviously he did. So.
And I actually thought we looked better once we went down to 10 men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well. I thought in the first half, Rovers should have been, I think, at least 4-0 up, 3-0 up, something like that. How many chances they created hitting the woodwork, the post a couple of times. I mean, they were just unlucky. Like the manager said, they just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. So.
But that's the only way you get like a result in the game in football by putting the ball in the back of the net. And that's Bristol Rovers 8 defeat in a row. You know what I mean? And they've got some tough games coming up, haven't they? They've got Barnet and Swindon as well. So not after the FA Cup. They go to Port Vale in the FA Cup, and then they got Barnet on the Tuesday night, I think it is. And then they got the Swindon past that. So they could go 10 games. Right, when some of their Bristol Rover fans want him gone, some of them say they don't want him gone. You know what I mean? But how does Keller Roos go from like 0 to hero?
To hero.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the first 20 minutes though he was getting into the game. I think like everyone else was getting into the game. We just couldn't find a rhythm with those passes going forward or trying to play off football. But yeah, some of the saves they made as well, excellent.
Yeah, because that mistake he did make in the first half, early on in that first half, I think from that they got a corner, and they had like 3 chances to score from that like
They
one
did,
mistake.
yeah.
But give him respect. That was a man of the match performance. To pull that when at that, I'm not having a go at the Alan S. Right, I'm not having a go at him, but he sort of emphasised like about criticism on Roos.
Now, he did, yeah.
I don't know Keller Roos, and I don't know his social medias or like that, so I can't say that he'd be aware of like knowing what people have been saying and stuff like that. But the BBC and Radio Nottingham journalists sort of make an issue of like what some of the fans had said.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to be proud of the performance because after watching Patterson's interview, apparently there was an illness around the group this week. I think they only had around, 12 players on the Friday or something like that. And then I think some of the players were ill on the Saturday, so to come away with all 3 points is massive.
And also for Keller Roos, having like trialist goalkeepers coming in, like Jamie Jones coming in and doing a trial. Like you think, I'm number 1 here, and they've got I'm going to be forced out, or they don't want me, or I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? But to pull that respect to him anyway, total respect. That could be a turning point in his like time at Notts. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, after that Colleges game, everyone was turning on him. I mean, the goals that he did that in, I thought he could have saved it, but
I think what gets me with Keller Roos, so this is not criticism, is the sort of like the like sort of drama diving. You know, after the ball's got out, but then
he just dives.
He dives, and it's like, but the ball's already gone. What's the point? But it's like theatrical, you know what I mean? So it's like theatre. But then, like watching football today, we've had like loads of matches on today.
We have, yeah.
And like, how many other goalkeepers do exactly the same? And it's like, we all know they've got GPS things in their in the vest, yeah. And it's like, okay then, so right, so everything's like analysed, isn't it? So is it that they're doing it now just to say that they moved towards the ball as it was going out or something? You know what I mean? There's got to be some there's got to be some sort of like reason why it's not just Keller Roos what does that after the ball's like
most goalkeepers do,
yeah, it could be in the back of the stands. You know what I mean? By the time they've done the dive.
Yeah.
Or you get them goalkeepers, the ball will go like the Bristol Rovers goalkeeper yesterday. Imagine him, and you do see this happening, right? Imagine him after the ball's looped in it and hit the back of the net, like he just dives like that.
He just dives, yeah. Because I just questioned, like, why didn't you not dive? Why did you stood still and watch the ball going into the back of the net? Because I thought there was a chance of him. He could have saved it if he would have dived, but he just stood still, watched the ball go over his head. And
you know what I think it was? You know how Dennis is a menace? It was a shock.
It was, yeah.
He probably in shock, like, oh my God. He probably thought he had it cleared, but that deflection, like, sort of like, I don't know, who knows what people
what he was thinking.
think.
Yeah.
So Kelarus has gone to Aero. Tyrese Hall's sort of like, you know what? He hasn't got much criticism, has he? For his,
Well,
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any for his red card.
I think it was at half time. I seen something. It was like someone put. Do you know how they put the minutes things for every minute and what happens when they put the red card thing out? I clicked on it, seeing what people were saying. Someone said terminate his contract.
Yeah. See, he's young.
So
you're frustrated. Jatta did way worse. Well, was it way worse? He got fouled, and then he made one of them rash challenges because you do it in frustration. I didn't. I got sent off when I used to play. I was getting fouled all game, and then like this was at a school football match. I ended up with a six match ban for it as well. Right? And I thought, referee, come on, do something. You know what I mean? He just kept hacking me down. So I just got up and I like just whacked him as far as I could with my boot. And I got a 6 match ban from that. We was 5-0 up at the time. We lost the game 6-5.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So never get frustrated. No, but if the referee's not doing it and blowing up for a free kick, don't get frustrated. You know, because we're going to be without him for 3 games. And like you look at that, that's MK Dons, Grimsby, and Warsaw. So the next time he can come in and play is Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But will that break be like give him a breath of fresh air, refocus? You know what I mean?
And also, I think we were talking about this yesterday. Another tackle that they possibly could check is the Robertson one.
Yeah, Robinson. That wasn't really a tackle. He was lucky he stayed on that pitch.
Well, yeah, he was.
Just before the end, that was definitely a second yellow card. But when there was that like sort of altercation in the box, that could be looked at. We know how the FA looking into.
He's got to be. I think he's got to be careful because I don't know how many yellow cards he's got in a row, or has he got any in a row? Because I think he got one today. He got not today. Yesterday, he got one last week. I'm not sure if he did get one last week.
That's the worrying thing, isn't it, about the yellow cards?
Yeah.
The yellow card situation, where we're picking up like a lot of yellow cards.
Because is it 5 in a row? If you pick up 5 in a row, is it a ban or is it less?
It's five in a. If you get 5, when you get to 5, it's a 1 match ban.
Yeah.
When you get to 10, it's a 2 match ban. But that resets sometime. I can't remember. I don't know when it is, but after a certain day, I don't know if it's when the fixtures turn around or it's a bit later than that. Then it goes up to 10. Do you know what I mean? But you don't want to be. But this is the thing. The last 2 seasons, we've been lucky of having players who can play a full game out on a yellow card.
Yeah.
Even some of that time, it has been very questionable that they haven't been sent off.
I mean, we was lucky enough across the whole last season to not get a red card apart from obviously Wimbledon in the semi-final for SA. Obviously, we're not going to do that this year because Tyrese Hall got a red card, which I have looked it back on today, and yeah, it was definitely a red card.
But as we said, if the referee did it, I mean, I'm not blaming. I'm never going to come on here and slate a referee. You know that.
Yeah.
But if the referee did his job proper,
he would have gave a free kick before that.
It would have been a free kick, and that tackle wouldn't have been made.
No, because I was kind of thinking, did he do that tackle on frustration of not getting that free kick? Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, it's got to be frustration because you ain't got the free kick, so you sort of just like
your head just drops, yeah.
Yeah, your head just like implodes in itself, and you see red, and it's just like doom, and next minute you're walking down the tunnel.
I mean, credit to him though, because most players are going to get a red. They just argue back at the referee. He just walks off, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's like in the Liverpool game today. The person, West Ham game.
Oh, the West Ham player, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
he
West Ham
like,
player got a red
I d-
card, and I think he was it sarcastically clapping at the ref.
no, he got. I don't think he like from my. I was watching it. I was paying it a little bit of paying attention, and it looks like he weren't the one who fouled the player, but he gave him the yellow card. So he was
Yeah,
complaining and complaining. He carried on complaining, and he gave him a second yellow. And it's like you just talk yourself into the book. Then you know what I mean. You just made it harder.
yeah. So
But other news, Matty Platt is going to be out. Matty Palmer, not Matty Platt. Matty Palmer is going to be out for a long time, apparently.
yeah, and we don't know if Jada Jones is going to be back anytime soon or not.
Yeah, so we definitely need somebody in midfield.
Yeah,
Personally,
even though we have said all the beginning of the season, we've got too many midfielders.
yeah, but they're the wrong type of midfielders, aren't they?
No, they are.
What the ones we've got, they're the wrong type. A lot of them are the same sort of like type of midfielder. You need a more
Yeah,
like sort of experienced, creative midfielder, a bit like a Dan Crowley
yeah.
who can pick a pass. You know what I mean?
Ruben Rodriguez is another one.
Yeah, we definitely need another striker through the door.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe Macaulay Langstaff will like come back to Knots on load. That'd be good as
Can you
backup.
really see it? Can you really see it happening?
Not really, but we could all dream, can't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where else do we need strengthen? I'd say goalkeeper until the next match is like sort of safe at the moment.
I mean, if we can, I mean, if we just recruit goalkeepers right now, like if we, I mean, I said this as a joke yesterday. I mean, why not just recruit goalkeepers throughout the whole weeks? Maybe Calaris will start performing better.
Why don't we just get like another 6 goalkeepers, and then we could have 6 goalkeepers,
Yeah,
30 midfielders, and 2 strikers?
yeah.
But that
I
is
mean,
a position though, isn't it? Goalkeeping is where Griffiths is too young, so you're more like he's more developing him for the future. But when is he going to be ready? You know what I mean? Because if Kelleroos say he got injured, are you going to be confident in Griffiths sort of like between the sticks for a set amount of games?
oh, I don't know. I mean, we all think Griffiths is a liability sometimes, but Griffiths is. I don't know. I don't know what word to say to Griffiths. I
Another
mean, he's still young.
liability?
Yeah, he's still young. He's improving, but I think we all seen the mistake that he did against Lincoln. That weren't great, was it?
No. What about the one at home at Cardiff?
What when he came on and straight after he bloody got a goal was conceded and Martin passed and was drinking his drink and then threw it on the floor, looking up to the skies. It was like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
But that substitution looks like he was like, probably forced into make. With it
Yeah,
being
probably from
pre-season, you know what I mean? Oh, well, you got to give him
give everyone a chance. Yeah,
and give him 15 minutes. And his first contribution was to give the ball away in Cardiff to score.
yeah,
But then when you seen him against Barnsley, he was okay, wasn't he? He was. I mean, he picked the ball out of the back of the net once,
once.
but I don't think he had much of a chance of saving that one from Kayla Dunn anyway.
Well, yeah, it was a good strike. It was a good cross as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
So you
I
can't
mean, I
blame
think
him for that.
apart from that chance, I don't really see where Barnsley created opportunities to score. Really, did they?
So I think the most damning performances he's been in goal is the Cardiff one, which was 15 minutes pre-season, and the league he gave
And
him the
then
virtue.
yeah.
But I don't think he's ready to be like a standing goalkeeper yet.
Well, I mean, he played against United under the 21s, didn't he?
Yeah. We don't talk about that game.
No.
We don't talk about that. That never happened.
No.
We
No,
was any side in that group to lose to Man United under 21s.
Yeah.
Did Barnsley beat them like 6-1 or something?
6-1, 7-1. Lincoln probably beat them probably the same amount, to be fair.
But then Pato says we respect the cup. We respect the cup competitions, but it doesn't feel like that. You know what I mean? I know the Virtue Trophy is sort of like one of them competitions where you don't really want to be in it.
No.
But the FA Cup, come on.
I mean, it's two competitions where we technically lost some penalties because we gave a penalty away against Wigan, didn't we? Early on in the first half. Paul Mullin, which he scored against us, and then obviously Beckley on a penalty shootout, where Jatton missed that penalty. He hit the crossbar, and I think I'm trying to think who else. I think it was Keenan Bennett that missed, didn't he?
Yeah, I forgot about that Wigan game.
Yeah.
But that was never a penalty anyway. It was never
a penalty. It wasn't.
That was never a penalty. If there was ever a time of like a referee, the FA looking at a game and saying, right, there's 3 matches for figure, that is one of them. Because that was never a penalty.
It wasn't, no. So.
But I don't know. So what you do with your weekend then?
Oh, I don't know.
We've got a free weekend. It's weird, isn't it? We're not in the FA Cup.
And then obviously if Oldham beat MK Dons on, I think it's Saturday whenever they play, that's going to postpone our game against Oldham, I think. I'm not sure, but apparently if Oldham win, that could postpone our week where we have them on a Saturday in, is it January? I can't think when it is now. January,
innit? January.
Because I think that's when the third round is, so we could play them on the Tuesday night. So that means another free weekend.
Yeah, but you don't want it not to be. You want it to be arranged like before that one's played. So you don't really want to have too many midweek games, do you, in January? Us we'll start sounding like me after about a few days after the game. You know, being full of cold, feel like terrible, look terrible, and yeah. So what else can you take from that long journey and back from Bristol Rovers then?
Oh, I mean, apart from the 3 points, I can't really take anything out of it.
Yeah, it was was it disappointed up until that thing? We didn't really do a lot, did we? In that game.
Well, no, because we was trying to defend with 10 men for like since the 35th minute. So
yeah, but I mean, before we didn't do a lot. We didn't really. That.
Yeah, no, we didn't really create a chance to go forward or a chance up front. So, and then another interesting thing where we did it against Cheltenham as well, where just kicked it straight out of play for their throwing. I don't know what that's all about, but
I think it's put them like on the back foot, like push them back. That's one of the tactics, isn't it? But it was interesting how we played with a flat back 4 yesterday as well.
Yes.
When we went down to in the second half, which was very interesting. But Bristol Rovers sort of matched us anyway to everything. Like the tactics, they matched us, didn't they? They had extra man in the second half, but it's like we just were so resolute. Roos was like the conductor in goal.
And not a liability for once.
He earned his cheers yesterday. 100%. Yeah. Now, was there any fans? I want to ask you this. Was there any fans complaining that Tyrese Hall did fist bumps?
Tyrese Hall did do fist bumps.
Yeah, I know. But was there anybody complaining? We know our football fans love to complain, right?
Well, yeah.
And Tyrese Hall was pushed first off to do fist bumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now, some people would say, well, that. Some fans might think, well, that was wrong. He got sent off. He put us under more pressure. Why is he?
Yeah.
Why is he be given a fan accolade by doing fist bumps? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, but I think I don't really see any complaining from the fans, but I think most of us was happy with the win, to be fair. So if there was any complaining, I must have missed it. So no,
Yeah,
I don't
I
see
was
any.
just asking because we know how you go on the supporters coach some of the time. And you know what a lovely bunch of people that can be on that supporters coach. Some of them are
Yeah,
very vocal. Some of them
yeah,
are good people. You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
others are other people. You know what I mean?
yeah. They are. Let's
Being
just leave
very,
it like
very, very be
that.
diplomatic. Right. So we'll be back next Sunday night, won't we, with the pre-match for the MK Dons game, which is on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And we shall see you all then. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Knots and Bolts and the County Vlogs as well, and Magpie Moments on TikTok, and Knots County Forever on TikTok as well.
See you all soon.